Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB, and welcome back here to the channel, guys, for another video. And today's news roundup video will be a bit more quickfire than usual. There's not an awful lot that's gone on today, but what I wanted to do was make sure that I uploaded today giving you guys some of the news instead of not giving it to you. Even though there wasn't much of it, I thought I'd make a smaller video but making sure that you guys kept updated, because what I am doing is currently working on another video. I'm looking at Coutinho and where exactly he's going to fit into Barcelona. I've got a video coming up where I look at different formations, different systems, where Coutinho will be fitting into the team when he gets back from injury at the end of the month. That'll be coming up for you guys tomorrow, so I'm still working on that, but I thought in the meantime, why not give you some news in brief. And we're going to kick off, of course, with Gerard Pique, who has officially renewed his Barcelona contract today. He has renewed his deal until June 2022, renewing for the next 4.5 years. His release clause now stands at 500 million euros, which is really, really good news, because what that means is we are no longer messing around with release clause. That's a really steep clause, exactly what he's worth. Make sure we can't be tempting other clubs with these low clauses. And the most important thing as well, our next priorities for the contract, according to reports, are Samuel Umtiti and Sergio Roberto. Those are the two players that we're going to be really focusing on renewing in the coming months. Pique has renewed, and that's great news. On next to Paulinho, obviously came off yesterday with a suspected foot injury, and that has been confirmed this morning, but as of yet there is no official report from Barcelona on how long he's going to be out for. Nothing at all from the official site. What there have been is a few contrasting reports. Sport came out originally and they said that he could be out for as long as a month, but since then other Spanish reports have been saying that it's not that serious and he could actually be included in the weekend's game against Real Betis. So we're going to have to wait and see on Paulinho. Nothing official yet, and the reports are very few and far between. Nobody really seems to know how serious this foot injury is. We'll have to wait and see in the coming day or so. And now on to Gerard. We did speak about a few days ago in regard to his move to Napoli. At the time, his move to Napoli looked absolutely dead and buried, but right now it could be back on, simply because Simone Verde from Bologna, who is very much expected to move to Napoli for 20 million euros, has rejected them in the January transfer window. Bologna accepted the offer, Verde didn't want to go there though, and for that reason now Napoli are in the market for somebody who's going to cost 20 million, which is of course the valuation of Gerard. He could end up back in Serie A. Maybe the Napoli door is back open. Another thing we're going to have to keep an eye on in the coming days. Another player who has been linked with the move to Serie A is Rafinha. He of course made his comeback yesterday in the game against Espanyol. He came on as a substitute in that game. A bit of a surprise that he was included in that squad, because he has reportedly agreed personal terms with a move to Inter Milan. Barca are still trying to agree with Inter over a fee. Barca want apparently 35 plus for the transfer fee. Inter right now are only offering between 25 to 30 million euros. And according to reports, Inter have given Barca a deadline. They want an answer on this deal by tomorrow. Are Barca going to accept it? We're going to have to wait and see. A quick word on training today. Messi and Luis Suarez were not involved in today's full training session. Obviously alarm bells ringing for a lot of people. What I would say though about this is there's nothing at all to worry about. There's no injury to either of them as has been reported. The only thing is, after a big game like it was yesterday, a real hostile game, one with some very, very heavy challenges, it's very, very normal for players the day after that kind of game to sit out the training session. They could have still worked in the gym, they were still doing some individual work, but they just weren't doing the full process, the full session, simply because they were recovering, their bodies took a hammering. Particularly Lionel Messi yesterday, he was kicked so many times, so I can fully understand that. Nothing to worry about and nothing to panic about. And finally, to cap this brief news roundup, we're going to go over some reports here from Fox Sports, which apparently says that Coutinho will not be wearing the number 7 shirt for Barcelona, because according to reports, Barcelona are saving that number for a summer acquisition, largely believed to be Antoine Griezmann from Atletico. Coutinho could wear the number 14 following Mascherano's exit, which could happen at the end of the month. So, interesting report. They're not sure if I believe that. I can't really see Barcelona turning around to Coutinho and saying, you know what, we're not giving you the 7 simply because we're saving it for somebody coming in the summer. That's not right. Coutinho himself was a major signing. Griezmann might be coming, might not be. We're going to hear more of that, of course, in the coming months. But right now, who knows what's happening with Coutinho's number. He still hasn't been given one. That should be sorted very soon. We want to see what a number he will officially be. I hope he gets a 7, personally. He deserves it. He's somebody who's got a lot of years at Barca, paid a lot of money for him. Give him the number that he wants. We're going to have to wait and see what happens on that story. So that is all today for the brief news roundup video, guys. I hope you did enjoy this kind of video, but obviously in the future the news roundups will be back to normal. But when there's not an awful lot of news, when there's just little things to bring you, I'll try and do that as well, especially when I'm working on something else. So that Coutinho video will be up for you guys tomorrow, and hopefully you'll enjoy seeing a Coutinho will fit into our team and exactly the kind of formations and systems that Valverde will employ to try and get the very best out of him. So look out for that tomorrow. I will see you very, very soon indeed, guys. But until then, as always, Vesca! El Barça!
Barça! Barça!